She's kind of got. He made sure she was looking the other way.
Alrighty, you're looking at a bunch of guys, and then we got 2 women over there. So they scrunched up pretty good, but we didn't quite make it. But that's okay. Okay, I got a lot of folks here tonight, and there's Bob Robert. So I'm going to have you all introduce yourselves tonight, starting with Mr. Wilson right here in the front row.
Wilson, November 4, Zulu, Quebec Tango.
Porter, KG4 GTK.
Roger, KJ4YSY.
David, KG4 ESN.
Glenn, AK4HA.
And AK4GZ.
Just Loretta Colvin.
Alrighty, how about the back row there?
Dave, KK4QOY.
KK4QOY, Dave?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Bob Byers, KK4QOX.
QOX, okay. Well, you should have gone in the other order.
Well, actually, we took the test together and we just got these in the mail.
Oh, okay. There you go. Hey, congratulations. Congrats on the new licenses, guys. I met another KK4 over at the restaurant tonight. Okay.
Steve Bishop, KF4SKJ.
KF4SKJ.
Kilo Foxtrot 4 Sierra Kilo Juliet. Yes,
Okay, and Steve. Okay.
Steve, yep.
This is Steve Jackson.
Another Steve. Okay.
We sit next to each other just to be confusing.
Oh, okay. That's all right.
Thank you, an honorary.
And what's your call?
I do not have.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's the program
Program
tonight.
for the.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, this is a special interest group interested in QRP. Bars starts at 7:30, and it'll be Brad James up here, who does a much better job of meeting presiding than I do. So, all right. Now we got Bob sitting way over there as well. So we got a pretty good group in here tonight. Okay. For the month of May, we will be, that is an odd numbered month, so we will be at Frisch's on Harrisburg Road. The Thursdays are the 9th, the 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th. Anybody have preferences or conflicts or anything like that? Linda's looking at her calendar.
Could do the 9th, can't do the 16th, leaving for Hamcom.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Sure, that's Dayton. Yeah. So we'll do it the 23rd then. Yeah. Okay, so that's the 23rd at 11:30 at Frisch's. Okay, I've got QRP Quarterly from Winter. So anybody that wants to help themselves, just take it. I don't need it back. Pass it around or whatever. Let's see. Field work. I had a wonderful time with Roger and Glenn over at Chilto Park, and Linda showed up too, and it was great. I worked a bunch of stuff on 20 meters, had a few kinks in my equipment, but I got it a few days later. I got all that ironed out. So who else has been doing field work in the nice weather? Roger?
I had trouble with my antenna also.
Mm-hmm.
So in Loretta, we went back out to the park. We got our antenna working again. We had a broken wire in it. Don't know how that happened, but it did. But we wasn't working QRP, but we made some pretty good contacts. And then a day or two after, we did go QRP, and we went to a wildlife management area where you check it out.
Mm-hmm.
So we did do QRP there, made about, probably about 9 good contacts or so. Weather was great. People found out we was QRPing out in the woods, and we had lots of people come back to us.
Okay, where was that?
Just above Georgetown. It's
Okay.
called Veterans Memorial Wildlife Management Area.
Okay.
And we just, again, we just strung our field antenna up between two trees and
Okay.
on the air.
Okay. Does it look like a place that's got possibilities for us to go to regularly?
Well, it could, yeah. Well, no, not really, because I'll tell you why. The only fault I had to it is it closes at dark.
Oh, okay. Well, but it's okay. But it's open
For
all.
a day trip,
Yeah.
it would be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Lots of, you can either have woods or you've got open fields. So, you can have about
Okay.
anything you want.
Because I'm at home in my bed at night, so it doesn't matter
Well,
if it's closed or
about,
whatever.
15 miles maybe north of Georgetown.
Okay.
And it's right beside I-75.
Okay. Was the noise and stuff from the interstate too bad, or no?
You're
You
just far
tolerable?
enough off of the interstate
Okay.
that you didn't pay attention to it. And one of the guys that we had talked to out in the park, I got to him on 5 watts. And he says, hey, I talked to you this the other day, didn't I? And I said, yeah, you did. And he said, well, you're doing almost as good with 5 watts as what you did with 100 the other day. So
Okay. Okay.
this
good.
was in Front Royal, Virginia, so it was a pretty good little haul.
Okay. Yeah, I suspected I had a little offset with my FT817 between my transmit and receive frequencies on PSK31. And so now I know how to deal with that. And I was going to tell you, Roger, we were talking about my tripod and flattening it way out as much as possible and putting tent stakes. Okay. So I've got some tent stakes, and they're plastic ones, but they work. But my next door neighbor saw me. He says, I've got some steel rod, and he had some way of bending it. He says, I'm going to make you some U-shaped rods that go way down in the ground. And that's going to be excellent. So the next time...
Like the concrete reinforcement rods?
Not quite that big around, but pretty close to it.
Yeah.
So the next time we'll put all my mast sections up. We should be up about 20-25 feet. And
That'll make a big difference.
it'll be a little nicer, I think, like getting into Europe and stuff like that. So so I took a day after we were at Chilto and got all my stuff straightened out. So who else for field work other than the big one at Chilto that we had on was that a Tuesday we were out there? Yeah. Okay, anybody else planning on doing something here pretty soon once it stops raining?
Yeah, Roger and I want to.
The horse park.
Yeah, we want to go to the
Horse Park? Okay. Yeah, put something in the mailing list when you do that, in case I think I'm going to be working most weekdays here for a while, but if I can break away, I will. 'Cause that was just too darn much fun. Okay, how about now I came in here without notes again, so if there's something that we're supposed to talk about that I'm overlooking, let me know, because I didn't bring any notes.
Don't forget field day.
Yeah, what are people thinking about doing for field day? Setting up with bars a little bit, or the bulk of my operating is going to be from home again, because I'm just having too much fun with that, just running battery power QRP, but on my big antennas. So, Linda and Glenn, are you gonna try to go out?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Roger, you and Loretta. Okay. So, anybody else? It just basically will be set up where Bars has its field day, and come out and say hi, come out and operate, whatever.
I think it'll be Maritime Park again this year.
Is that Veterans Park this year?
I got Veterans Park.
I think that's what Bill said a while ago.
Okay, so it'll be a different place then.
We were talking,
Okay.
the last board meeting, we were talking about going going back to Mary Todd because of baseball and stuff at Veterans Park.
But I thought he said Veterans Park.
Okay,
But that's been talked about.
okay, so
We'll
we'll,
find out.
okay. But we'll have time to find out. We're flexible, we can go about anywhere.
Did I read that it's gonna be the weekend of the 22nd, 23rd?
It's the fourth weekend in June.
22nd, 23rd to the 29th and 30th?
It's the fourth weekend in June, so it would be the 22nd and 23rd. Yeah, it's not the last weekend in June. Most of the time, it happens to be the last weekend in June, but that's not the way it's scheduled. It's the fourth weekend in June, fourth full weekend. So there's 5 full weekends in June. So okay, so we'll get clarification on where they want to set up. Sometimes I think it's kind of nice if you don't know too far in advance of where you're going, because field day is supposed to be an emergency preparedness exercise, and it's kind of like, well, wait till last minute and go see what you got when you get there. Okay, how about kit building? Glenn, have you got anything to show yet on the SDR kit?
No, not since the last time I brought it in.
Okay. Okay, anybody?
Neglected it.
Huh?
I'm working on the kid.
Right.
You working on something a little easier?
Working on, yeah, put the, yeah.
Programming the Kier.
Okay. So the SDR kit's on the back burner for right now?
You're gonna do
Well-
PSK.
Yeah, I guess a little bit. I got all the caps on it. And,
Okay.
Well, I'm missing 2, but I just kind of give it a rest.
Okay. Okay, anybody else, kit building stuff?
I'm putting together a PSK 32 that will work back on RS 32, the RS 32 port, and I've got an external sound card, and I'm going to try to work that. I haven't had much luck with the other 2 going the other way, so I'm going to try to put one together myself.
Oh, okay. So this will be
Mine.
a digital, yeah, it'll be a digital interface that includes a sound card. In other words, all you use the computer for really is to send data to it. Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Then got him a new phone.
Don't like my new phone? Excuse me, I'm in a meeting. Can I call you back?
Alrighty.
Put on mute. Go.
The Tuesday net.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I told, when the newsletter came out, I saw it was on Thursday, so I told Bill to change it to Tuesday.
Okay.
I said it would. So he did.
Okay. How did that, has anybody been on there recently to, how's it, has anybody been showing up, or has Bobby been showing up to call it, or?
No, I've been calling it.
Okay.
Last week it was just us and him.
Mm-hmm.
Roger.
No,
Roger's out now.
Yeah, that's right.
treasurer.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right. Porter.
Yeah, okay, because somebody in, was it Clark County, said they tried to get in, and I think you responded to them. So.
I heard somebody an hour after, like at 8:30, but I couldn't tell what they were. I couldn't tell who it was.
Okay. Okay, but as a reminder to the group, 7:30 on Tuesday nights on 14655. And I have my phone set up to send me multiple reminders, just like then the Yahoo group sends out multiple reminders. And but I just haven't been able to make it here lately.
We just talk about stuff that'd be interesting to our group.
Yeah, which
It's
is
not a
fine.
traffic net or anything. Just chat.
Yeah, it's an informal thing for anything related to QRP. So has anybody talked to Bobby recently?
I haven't heard from him in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah,
I
okay.
heard from him about the same time you were talking to him, and he was talking about coming out to see me and everything, and just,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Talked to him after his daughter came home.
yeah, talked to him after his daughter came.
He's got 2 or 3 things.
Okay, was she in the hospital or?
He was in New York for a week.
Oh, okay, okay.
Didn't know what was wrong with him.
Oh, okay. Had to go to New York to have somebody.
Actually, I think she went up there to visit somebody, and,
Oh, okay, got.
she was up there, she got sick.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Okay, how about antennas? Anybody working on antennas for either for your portable work or for your home station? Anything? Glenn?
I got a new, infed for, 2040 and 10.
Okay.
That comes from the same place that I had that other, where was it, David, do you remember?
Was it that LNR Precision? Okay, so it's one of the family of the NFEDs.
Yeah, doesn't take up much room in your box.
Okay. So it's a 80-40-20 band?
It's 40, 20.
40-20-10, okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, are you going to use that for field work? Are you going to put it up at home or?
Field work.
Okay.
Years and years ago, I was on the 10-10
Yeah.
stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And I have such a low number that, that's like a 4-digit number.
Wow.
When I pop that number out, everybody wants it, you know?
Yeah.
I hadn't been on it in a real long time, and started doing it, found it was a lot of fun, so I will do some more.
Yeah, and tends to, short skip on 10 starts up. We're kind of early in May here, so should be good.
And once in a while, you hear crazy things on there if you just listen.
Yeah. Okay, anything else on antennas? Anybody doing anything? Construction or acquisition of new antennas? Anybody got a stepper beam at 70 feet or anything like that? Okay, how about operating? Anybody been doing anything, work anything really noteworthy? Alrighty. Well, it's about 7:20. So let me just throw it out. If anybody can think of anything at all that we haven't covered, or anything that you want to toss out that's related to QRP or operating, and if we're all finished, we'll close up and let bars start getting ready for their meeting. Yes, sir.
I'm not a QRP operator, but I know QRP operators like small devices. And in my pocket, an O-scope.
Wow.
It's not very broadband, it's only about 300 or 400 kilohertz.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody wants something put in the toolkit and it works. It's an oscilloscope. Oh. Costs $100. The on switch is on the right side. You're looking at. You want to turn on.
What kind of connectors does it have for like an input? Okay.
Right here. It's just got a stereo jack, which this is pretty noisy. It will pick up a lot of the strangest stuff, but it's got a couple of nice probes.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for one, you can get them from a company called Spark Fun. Anybody familiar with Spark Fun? I think it's worth every penny of $100, and the firmware on it, this is all open source, and you can update the firmware or leave the firmware as is.
Okay. That's the best show and tell we've had around here in a while. Okay, anybody else with anything related to QRP mildly or directly or something like that. Okay, folks, that's a wrap for the month of May then. We'll get out of here and let bars get started, and we'll see you on the 23rd at Frisch's.